It might not be age. If you're over 60 and noticing your energy isn't what it used to be, if your body feels slower to respond when it matters most, or if you're just feeling a little less alive than you once did, you're not alone. But here's the part most men never hear. It may not be aging. It could be a simple nutrient deficiency quietly draining your strength, your stamina, and your spark. I'm Dr. Eberg, a men's health specialist who spent years helping men over 60 feel like themselves again, stronger, sharper, and more confident. And what I've discovered is this: for many men, it's not about lacking desire. It's about lacking proper circulation, stamina, and hormonal support. And the fix? It rarely starts in a pharmacy. It starts in your kitchen. Today, I'll walk you through 3 essential vitamins every man over 60 should be taking. These vitamins help restore natural erections, boost testosterone, and revive your energy levels. But there's a catch. There's one crucial mistake most men make when taking these vitamins, one that can cancel out all the benefits, and I'll show you how to avoid it. Before we dive in, hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you never miss health strategies made for men like you. And if this message hits home, drop a 1 in the comments. If not, drop a 0 and tell me what you'd rather hear more about. Let's begin. 1. The overlooked power of vitamin D. Let's start with a nutrient most men overlook, yet it plays a massive role in performance, circulation, and the ability to feel alive again. It's something your body used to produce naturally back when you spent more time in the sun. But as you age, levels drop fast. I'm talking about vitamin D. I remember a conversation with a man named John. He was 69, sharp-minded, but his body wasn't cooperating. He told me quietly, "Doc, I want to be close to my wife again, but it feels like my body won't listen." That moment stayed with me because I've heard the same thing from countless men. And in many cases, the issue didn't begin with a prescription pad. It began with a vitamin D deficiency. Most people think that vitamin D is just for strong bones or something kids need for growth. But for men over 60, it's about far more than that. Vitamin D helps open up your blood vessels, letting oxygen-rich blood flow freely throughout your body, especially to the parts that matter most. When levels are low, circulation slows, energy fades, and that vibrant feeling of vitality, it begins to slip away. Here's a stat that might surprise you. Over 40% of older adults are deficient in vitamin D. And it's not just men who stay indoors all day. Even if you exercise, eat well, and get fresh air, you're still at risk. Why? Because without enough vitamin D, your body produces less nitric oxide. That's the molecule that keeps blood flowing, energy high, and sexual health intact. But don't worry, this is one of the easiest problems to fix. Let's move into exactly how to do that in the next section. 2. The energy vitamin, B12. So now that we've addressed circulation and performance through vitamin D, let's shift to another core piece of the puzzle, energy. Even if blood is flowing well, you still need fuel to keep going throughout your day, your workouts, your relationships. That's where vitamin B12 comes in. This vitamin helps your body convert the food you eat into usable energy. Without it, no amount of rest or good nutrition will fix the fatigue you're feeling. Let me tell you about Robert. He was 72, a retired firefighter, strong, proud, and used to pushing his body hard. But lately, he was exhausted. He told me, "Doc, I sleep 8 hours a night. I eat clean, but by noon I'm running on fumes. And when I want to be with my wife, I've got nothing left." That kind of exhaustion, despite doing everything right, is often the sign of a B12 deficiency. Here's why it matters so much. Vitamin B12 plays a vital role in producing red blood cells, which carry oxygen to your brain, muscles, and, yes, your sexual organs. Without that oxygen delivery, your stamina drops, your thinking gets cloudy, and things that used to bring you joy start to feel like a chore. Here's the kicker. As we age, our bodies become less efficient at absorbing B12 from food. Even if you're eating meat, eggs, and dairy, your gut may no longer be doing the job. That's why so many men over 60 feel tired, slow, or mentally foggy, even though they're doing everything right. The fix? A high-quality B12 supplement, or in some cases B12 injections, can turn the tide. But quality matters. We'll talk more about that mistake in a later section. I've seen men return to life after just a few weeks of B12 support. They walk longer, they think clearer, and more importantly, they feel present again with the people they love. But energy alone isn't enough. To truly feel like yourself again, your body also needs protection from silent damage, hormone support, and anti-inflammatory power. And that brings us to the third vitamin. 3, the hormone supporter, vitamin E. Now let's talk about a vitamin that most men don't even realize they're missing, yet it plays a critical role in hormone balance, circulation, and long-term vitality. I'm talking about vitamin E. I once spoke with James, a 70-year-old retired pilot. He did everything right: healthy diet, regular exercise, structured routine. Still, something felt off. He looked me in the eye and said, "Doc, I don't feel like a man anymore." It wasn't just physical, it was in his spirit. And after some digging, we found he had a significant vitamin E deficiency. Vitamin E is a powerful antioxidant fighting off the oxidative stress that builds up in your body as you age. That stress causes inflammation, especially in your blood vessels, the very highways your blood needs to travel through to deliver oxygen, nutrients, and hormones. Inflamed vessels mean sluggish circulation, lower testosterone, and a sharp drop in drive and motivation. Here's where vitamin E steps in. It reduces inflammation, it keeps your blood vessels elastic and healthy, and it supports testosterone production, which is vital for energy, mood, and sexual performance. After age 60, testosterone levels drop naturally, but without enough vitamin E, that decline speeds up. The result? You feel tired, disconnected, even less like yourself. The good news? Vitamin E is easy to add to your diet. A handful of almonds, some sunflower seeds, spinach, and a little olive oil on your salad can go a long way. And if needed, a natural, high-quality vitamin E supplement can fill the gaps. I've seen men like James rediscover their spark after adding it to their daily routine. Suddenly, they're more energized, more engaged with their wives, and more present in everyday life. But here's where things get even better. What if you combined all three? Let's connect the dots in the next section. So, now you know the 3 vitamins: vitamin D for better circulation and nitric oxide production, vitamin B12 for energy, red blood cell production, and mental clarity, vitamin E for testosterone support, inflammation control, and vessel health. But here's the question: do they work better together? Absolutely. When used properly, these 3 create what I call the vitality triangle, a synergy that restores energy, improves blood flow, and brings hormones back into balance. I remember a patient named Walter, a 68-year-old former coach. He'd been taking vitamin D on his own for months, then added B12 when he felt sluggish, and later vitamin E when I explained its role. But it wasn't until he took all 3 together, and consistently, that something changed. He came into my office beaming. "Doc," he said, "I feel like I've got a new engine." That's the power of synergy. These vitamins don't just work, they work better together. But most men, they never feel the benefits. Why? Because they make one major mistake. They think any supplement will do. They grab cheap synthetic versions off the shelf and expect results. But that's not how your body works, especially after 60. Here's the truth: cheap B12 like cyanocobalamin can't be properly converted by older men. You need methylcobalamin, the active form. Vitamin D2 is less effective than D3, which your body actually absorbs. And many synthetic forms of vitamin E lack the full spectrum your body needs. But even with the right form, there's something just as important: consistency. Taking a pill once in a while isn't enough. Your body thrives on routine. Rebuilding hormones, restoring energy, and supporting blood flow requires daily commitment. I worked with a man named Gerald who spent months taking random supplements with little to show for it. He was frustrated, tired, discouraged. But when he switched to high-quality versions and took them every single day, the change was dramatic. He started sleeping better. He felt energized. He looked in the mirror and saw a man he recognized again. So how do you make this routine simple? Start your day with a full glass of water, a quality B12 supplement with your protein-rich breakfast, 15 to 20 minutes of morning sunlight, or take a D3 supplement if not possible. Add almonds or sunflower seeds to your diet. Use olive oil on your salad for that vitamin E kick. That's it. No complex routine, no dozen pills, just smart daily choices. And the payoff? More energy, sharper thinking, and a deeper connection to yourself and your partner. You don't need to feel older than you are. You just need the right support and the mindset that your health is in your hands. Closing message: if you're ready to take control, Start these simple changes today. Your body will thank you. Your energy will rise, and that version of you, strong, confident, and full of life, will return. Remember, it's never too late, and if this video helped you, I'd love to hear from you. Hit the like button, share it with a friend who could benefit, and drop a comment to let me know how these tips worked for you. And of course, subscribe and turn on notifications for more powerful content made just for men over 60. We're in this together. Let's feel our best at any age.